Hello, my name is Ali and I play a lot of Lorcana. I've had a long weekend of playing Lorcana this weekend, so I've had a shower, I'm in my uni, I'm ready to settle down for the night, but I really wanted to get this video out to you because yesterday, I'm going to turn off this lamp. This lamp is bothering me. Do we need it? We don't need it. We don't need that lamp. Yesterday was the first ever Card Herion Events tournament here in the UK. Card Herion Events is a company that was set up by my dear friend Katie, who has a vision to create these women-centered spaces in the card game industry where women can feel safe, meet up, play the games, have a generally good time, but the whole thing is women-centered. Men were not allowed at yesterday's event, just to be fully transparent. It was a Women Plus event, so if you identified as a woman or were non-binary, you are able to attend. Yes, so that's that. I do want to say I do think it is very important to have these spaces. It probably goes without saying because I do run a women and marginalised genders Discord server for people who play Lorcana. We need these spaces. The amount of people who dare share their negative experiences once they've found this safe space is quite shocking. And I think I'll just say it very quickly. Don't want to have any negative tones in this video, but if you're one of the few that thinks we do not need these women spaces or that these are not the right way to go about it, you're very lucky to have not had the experiences some people have had. Anyway, I somehow went to this tournament and won it. I don't win anything anymore. I did win a set champs and 3 Scar Mats in total back in set 6. And I did well at Axion at the very beginning of set 7. I haven't won anything since then. But I won this. I went into the event. I was going to play Emerald, Ruby, Damage Matters deck. But it got to the night before and I said to my partner, I can't do it. I can't do it. I've played the deck. I get stuck with Uninkables. I don't have a good time. I need to play something I have a good time with. And despite saying I wasn't going to try hard this event, I then took BLURPLE, arguably the most top deck right now. That's what I took. And I won. And I wanted to talk about my matchups, my deck, how it went. But first of all, we have to talk about the prizing. Katie / Card Herion Events, she went all out. She knew that basically if you're competing in card game tournaments, you don't need a box, you've got all the cards you need. And what do women like? We like bags. Specifically, we like Loungefly bags. So the first place prize, prepare yourselves. Look at that. This is not the best camera to show it on. It looks way more stunning in person and vibrant, and there are pictures of it online. Go look at it. But this was only part of the first place prizing for this event. Look at it. Isn't it stunning? You have even little mini detailing on your zip. You've got sequins, you've got bow, you've got the mini ears. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Not only did you win that if you got first place, you also won these. It's got tags on. Gold and silver Minnie Mouse Loungefly ears. Amazing. And not only that, you didn't just get that, as well as your entry stuff. You got stuff for entry as well. You won this binder with one of every single copy of card from the first chapter. No foils, no enchanteds, but you don't need them. Look, one of everything. You will notice that there is one missing. Hades is missing. This is in possession of somebody else right now. I gave it to them and I will explain more about why later. But in its place, one of the people at the event made us these little silly location cards. It's just a fun little location card called Women's Plus Event, the date of the event, March Town Hall, and it has a little stamp to say first place, and it's rainbow foiled. So yeah, I did well. I came home with the goods, but that wasn't all. There was raffles whilst we were there, so like you just got a free entry into a raffle by being there, and people won pins, enchanted, the giant A3 cards. What else was there? There was so much stuff. Basically everyone left with something, and on top of that you got a pack for entry. You got a card Heroine's friendship bracelet. Mine's not on me right now because I took it off to get a shower. We got a friendship bracelet. Lucy from Lorcana, Lucy brought us all a little Lorcana holder. I'll put a link to her Etsy shop below if you've not seen them. They're cool. They hold your Lorcanas so you can like display them on a wall. Everyone got one of those. We got a card Heroine event sticker. It was all good vibes. Second place got like pool party Minnie Mouse ears and the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo playmat. Third and fourth got a little Loungefly wallet, same colours as these ears actually. That was third and fourth prizing. There was epics that people got as prizing. I want to say second to fourth got epics as well. And then fifth to eighth all got 2 mystery Loungefly pins. There was a lot of prizing, but we don't go for the prizing, we go for the good vibes. Everyone had a great time. There was a photo wall. I got to meet people that I've never seen before. Like I've spoken to them online, but I've never met them. I got to make new friends. It was just a lovely excuse to get together. Anyway, some of you are only here to hear about the deck and the matchup. So, yeah. I'll talk about that. Scene 2. We're in scene 2 now. This is my deck. I took BLURPLE. My partner Adam had this built already. Usually it would have 4 Dumbos in it. It usually would not have the Queen, as you can see here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. Usually you don't have the Queen in this deck. He runs 4 Dumbos instead. However, we lent our Dumbos to our good friend Jordan. So I didn't have Dumbos to put in. I thought, oh, what should I put in? The Queen had been in my mind because one of our friends, Owen, had run a copy. I don't know if it was a one-off, but he definitely had a copy of it in one of his decks. And I was like, I'm going into a room full of women. What do women like to play? They like to play princesses. They do. As a woman, I've certified, I've got this knowledge, they like to play princesses. And if you don't know what the Queen does, she's the Queen Jealous Beauty. Exert her. Choose 3 cards from a chosen opponent's discard and put them to the bottom of their deck to gain 3 lore. If any princess cards are moved this way, gain 4 lore instead. So as long as she survives and your opponent's got cards in your discard, you're getting a lot of lore. Sorry, I'm a bit sniffly. Sorry, it's really gross of me. So I knew I was going into a room with princesses. I know Trend Dogs and Sea Dogs are very popular decks this meta, and they interact with the discard. So I don't want them snatching things back out that discard. I want their Lilos back in their deck. I want their Go-Go's back in their deck. They ain't getting it back. No. So the Queen was there. Other than that, I want to say it's standard BLURPLE, but I've not played any BLURPLE this set until 4 a.m. the day of the event yesterday. I got up, I played some online testing, and I was like, yeah, we'll play BLURPLE. We'll play it, we'll have a good time. I haven't brought my notepad with all my matchups on it. So let me quickly find my matchups on my phone. I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared. I was prepared enough to bring the prizing. Okay, let's have a look. Round 1. Against Ruby Steel, I went 2-0. They had a lot of uninkables in their deck. I think that was their main downfall. Not really much to say about that. I won that matchup. Round 2. I was not aware of Flingerdingers. I had practiced a ruby amethyst, but the one that I'd practiced, it had a bit of flingy dingies, but it also had sharks and bee kings in it. This was not that. This was just full flinger dingers. I didn't know what I was doing. I was on the play. I was on the play for Red Steel as well. I was on the play. Lost game 1 because I had no idea what I was doing. Game 2, I'd figured it out, but they're both grindy decks. So I won my second game on the play, but by the time I'd won that, there was only 2 minutes left. So we were like, no one's winning this next game in 2 minutes plus 5 turns. It's a draw. So that was an unintentional draw, but it was a draw. Did I want to have a draw that early on? I didn't, but I also know that the person it was, Kim, is a quite good player. So I was like, if I draw into Kim, that ain't bad for me. Round 3, I was against Charlie. You may know her as the Mad Catter on the social medias. I believe her YouTube channel is the Mad Catter. If not, her name is Charlie. She was on Amber Steel. I was on the play again, I believe. I won 2-0. I won't go too much into that matchup because she's going to post it on her channel. She was recording the whole thing. I don't know when it will go up, but her link will be in the description. You can subscribe and watch those games unfold. Basically, it's not a good matchup for me, but I had the Into the Unknowns. I had everything I needed, basically. So we got the worst matchup out of the way. Round 4, I was against Sea Dogs, and I was playing Imogen. If you don't know, Imogen was the head judge of Worlds, so I was like sweating. I was like, if I do something wrong, this girl's gonna know. She's gonna know. I don't think I did anything wrong. It was 2-1. I was on the draw. 2-1 on the draw. I think she won game 1. I think I won game 2. And in game 3, it was really looking like she was going to win. But then I top decked the 8-cost Elsa, and I shifted it. It was like I had nothing just to shift, ink and shift, and that won me. That is what changed that game. That won me that matchup. I've now gone up to 2 8-cost Elsas. I was going into a small room set champs today, so I cut a Monstro to put another Elsa in. Would I do that in another set champs? I don't know. Would I put the Queen in another set champs? No, I wouldn't. I'd put Dumbo in. But I think it was the right call for that room, because in the Amber Steel matchup, I could bottom deck like Tiana's, Aurora's. In Sea Dog's matchup, again, I was going for the cards I was scared of coming down again. So in that matchup, I kind of want to do the 2-cost Tramp. I don't like him. I want to do the Lilos. I want to do the Go-Go's. Those are the cards I'm looking for in that matchup to go to the bottom. If they're not there, anything that's cost 2 or less, because that's what you can get back out with the Lady and the Tramp, they're going in. So yeah, Elsa, Spirit of Winter changed that last on the draw game for me. Wouldn't have been able to do it without her. God bless her soul. That was round 4. I was now 3 wins, 1 draw at this point, and I went into round 5. I was against Luna Arwen, who was on green steel. I knew they were on green steel going into it. I didn't know what kind of green steel it was. I was on the play. We had a little discussion beforehand. We were both pretty sure we were both locked for top 8, no matter how the games went. Arwen was 4-0 at that point. I was 3 wins, 1 draw, and we were just pretty sure that we were just playing for seeding, basically. So we played it. I won 2-1. I won both my on the play games. On Arwen's, when I was on the draw, Arwen played Chromacon on 3. I'm not used to being on the other side of the Chromacon. I'm used to being the Chromaconer. I couldn't do it. My brain, it weren't there. I didn't know what I was doing. They smashed me that game. But then on the play, I won. So that meant I was first. I was top of Swiss. I haven't been top of Swiss in a long time at a big event. Anyway, not even at League actually, not this set. So I was really happy with that. Being top seed, going into top 8. I was happy with that. I would have taken the 2 pins and I was happy just to be there. I didn't even need prizing from this event, to be honest. It was just good to be there. So my top 8 matchup was against Green Blue. Because I hadn't played BLURPLE before, I genuinely didn't know what were good matchups for me and what weren't. I was told afterwards this was a favoured matchup. I didn't really know that going into it, but they missed ramp, so that helped. I didn't know what she was going to be on before I went into the game, so I hate, no offence, I hate Amber Steel with a passion. I don't think it should be a deck. That's my opinion. Sorry. So when I go into any blind matchup, I mulligan as if it's Amber Steel. I feel like with every other matchup, I can just about recover. If I don't, from having the Amber Steel best hand, I can recover into any other matchup. Into Amber Steel, I can't recover if I don't have the good hand. So I mulliganed for that. I had ramp. She didn't. So I won. And then I won the second game as well. Because I had Elsa's, so I was like exerting all her stuff. She couldn't really do anything. She couldn't keep Clarabelle's alive. Job's a good one. Then the remaining top 8 match, once I'd finished mine, that was still going on, was a Flinger-Dingers mirror. Slightly different versions, but they were both Flinger-Dingers. Neither ran sharks. And I panicked. I was like, I drew with Kim earlier. I'm in top 4 now. I wanna be in the final. I really want to do it. So I spoke to my testing group and was like, guys, this is the matchup I'm going into. What do I do? I feel a bit bad. I full on try-harded. That's what testing groups are for, right? To get the information. And they basically was just like, just quest of your evasives. Hold off. Just quest of them evasives. That's what I did. I won 2-0. It was a rematch with the person I'd played earlier. I do genuinely believe that they would have won game 2 had they quested. So I had 2 Hades on board. I think I had 2 into the unknowns in the discard. I hadn't drawn that much that game. They were on 16 lore. I think they had a panic on the board that quested for 2. I think they should have quested then. And then they'd have been on 18, and I basically would have to answer every single card that came down. And I knew I didn't have the answers. Obviously, they didn't know what was in my hand, so they might have just thought, yeah, she's sitting on 2 more Hades, blah, blah. She got the bells, blah, blah. I didn't. So she used that pain or panic, one of them. She used it to start taking out my Hades and things like that, moving damage, did all that. And again, I think that's what lost her the game, because I couldn't have answered if she'd put another 1 drop down. If she'd quested to sorry, I'm yapping. If anyone's still here watching this video, why? I don't know what I'm talking about. She was on 16, she'd have quested, she'd have gone to 18, she played something that quested for 1 that turn. I didn't have an answer in my hand. So she'd have gone to 19, and then I would have had to answer literally everything after that. But I think she just panicked and started taking my things out because I had some big bodies on the board. And that allowed me to catch up, especially because I also then had the queen on board, and I was like bottom decking cards and getting 3 or 4 lore each turn. But yeah, other than that, she's a very good player. She's also very talented with crafts. She's always making stuff. She's a very cool gal. So that meant it was me and Luna Arwen in the final. Luna Arwen, who's who I had played on Green Steel earlier. Straight up, we didn't play the final. Arwen conceded. Arwen was very happy with the second place prizing. Arwen was fairly sure I would have won the matchup going on the play. I think she's just been nice there. I don't think it was set in stone who was going to win. I think it had gone either way. So Arwen was just happy to take the second place prizing. I'm very, very grateful for that. I do still say I won the event, but really, me and Arwen won it together. So Arwen wanted another Hades, which is why there is not Hades in the complete set 1 binder, because I've got Hades. I have all the Hades I need, so I'll replace that Hades myself from my collection and put it in there. Because Arwen is just lovely. Arwen, if you're watching this, you're probably not, but I still owe you more. You literally made it so that I won a Loungefly bag and a bunch of cards. And like all you got was the ears and stuff, which obviously is an amazing prize, but you could have played the game and won all the other stuff as well. So yeah, I still owe you. When you need cards, I'm your gal. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about my deck really, because everyone is saying that you need DUMBO to win, and I proved you don't. You don't need DUMBO. Admittedly, I didn't go into a mirror. I didn't face Purple Steel. I did have quite a good run of matchups, I guess. But the Queen, I think she's a good card. And this is, I've told you about the whole princess thing, why I put her in there, and the whole of the Churner Dogs thing. But also, she smacks for 4. If she's played on turn 4, and there's a sideways Tiana on turn 5, well, it would be turn 4 because you've ramped. On turn 4, you just pay the ink and you take out that Tiana. Easy. And then, if she survives, put that Tiana at the bottom of the discard. Not the discard. Take her out of the discard, put her at the bottom of the deck, you got 4 lore. Yeah, I 100% think that she won me the day over DUMBO. DUMBO wouldn't have done anything for me that day. I was singing my second stars, I was playing my finders, I had all the cards I needed. DUMBO would have done nothing. He maybe would have helped into Flingadingers, but not enough. I definitely think the taking things out of the discard from the Churner Dogs helped, and the how do you word things? So on the matchups where they like race ahead than you, like Amber Steel for instance, she just helps you really catch up. Whereas DUMBO, what's he getting you 1 lore? She's getting you 3 at least, and if they swing into her, they're getting 4 damage back. That's taking a lot of things out. More so than a DUMBO is. Yeah, so that's my deck. I've renamed it Who's DUMBO? Who's DUMBO? You don't need him. You don't need to spend £200 on a playset of DUMBOs to do well. I mean, obviously, different day, different room, different story, but that was my experience of the women's event. Will I go to a women's event again? 100 billion, 1,000%. If you are able to go to a Future Card Heroines event and you are women or women presenting, go. You have a great time. You make friends. I was talking to a girl. I think she'd gone there on her own. She noticed my nails and she was like, she just asked why I had those colour nails. I knew she knew. I have these nails because they're the colour of the Taylor Swift album. And she knew that, but she just needed that confirmation. We had a great conversation all about Taylor Swift, then about Sabrina Carpenter. It was all good vibes. She'd gone there on her own, and we all left as friends. It was really fun. Absolute well done to Katie for running it. Thank you to everyone who donated prizing to Katie, because that was also very kind of you. Yeah. If you want to play BLURPLE and you ain't got your little dummies, the Queen's got your back. She's got your back. I'll try and link everyone I mentioned in the description. If I don't link them, shout at me, because I've mentioned a lot of people and I'll forget. I'll put all the Card Heroines social medias in there. If you are a woman, let me go to the other scene. If you are a woman or a marginalised gender, and you play Lorcana and you own Discord, there is a server for you. It's called UK and Ireland Lorcana Girlies. It's all supportive vibes. It's a server I made just to make people make friends. Lots of people are too scared to go to tournaments, and this is just all wholesome, supportive vibes. I'm sorry, it's not a server for cis men. It's just for the girlies and the marginalised genders, because it's really important that they have a safe space. My laptop's about to die, so I'm going to end the video here. All the links are in the description. Go buy your coins.